and welcome back. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to create a menu for your web page. As you can see, I got rid of all of the data that was on the website. Just keep things simple here. So we'll start off by creating a div class, and this div class we'll be using that in our CSS code so that we can make better references. So we'll give it an ID. Make that ID menu bar, since we'll be creating a menu bar, and we'll close out of that div class. Now inside that div class we're going to create an unordered list, and we'll obviously want to close out of our unordered list, and we'll also create an ID for that so we can reference it as well, and we'll call it menu. So inside of our unordered list we're going to want to make list items, and we will have A objects inside of our list items. That way we can make references for them. And we'll want to close out of that list item. So really this is all you need, and you can put like home, about me, whatever inside of that. But to make it clickable, to make it a reference, to make it a usable, functional menu bar, you're going to have to do the href that we've done in the last videos. And what that'll do is it'll link to whatever you want it to. We'll link the home to website.html, and then we'll create a couple more menu items. So make two more. We'll make one for Google, google.com, and we'll name it Google. And I'll throw my blog on here as well. I mean, you guys don't have to, but why the hell not, right? So I use WordPress.com for my blogging purposes, and it's completely free. You guys can do that. If you're watching these videos to learn how to create a blog, just go to WordPress and use theirs. Don't forget to like this video first, but just go to WordPress. It'll be much easier for you. So I hit save. Now we can refresh this web page, but you're not gonna see like a fancy list here. You're gonna see 3 items in the center of the screen that we created. So blog takes you out to my blog, which is cool. Hope you guys go visit it, check it out. There's a lot of fun stuff on there. Or it takes you to Google or back to the home page. So that's that. To dress this up, make it fancy, make it look good, we're going to have to mess with the cascading style sheet and reference the div class, the unordered list, the list items themselves, as well as the A objects inside of that. So to get that started, we'll use this hashtag menu bar, and what that'll do is it will reference the div class menu bar itself, and we're going to make the width of it 100%, so that'll cover just about the full length of the entire web page. And I did 100% instead of using specific pixels because that makes it I forget the word, responsive. Yes, it makes it more responsive for your website. So it'll be 100% of the screen that you're viewing the web page on. The height of it's going to be 45 pixels, and I'm going to make the background color of it green, so you will be able to see the difference of what we just created. If I didn't change the background color, it would have matched the background color of the body, which was orange, but now it's green. Look at that. Oh no, why didn't my list items appear horizontally once I addressed the size and color of my menu bar div class? Well, that's because they're separate items. They're different entities altogether. So to address those, first I'm going to do a little bit of modification on what our unordered list items will look like on any web page that this style sheet is referenced to. And we're going to make them circle items. If I could spell, I would make them circle items. And we'll give them a little bit of margin room here. And we'll also add a little bit of padding to them. You can customize that however you like. I really don't care what you do, but this is just a setting that I personally like for my unordered list items. So all that's going to do is it's going to spread things out. This EM is another way of pointing at pixels. It just is more responsive. So once I refreshed it, you know, the dots changed to circles and they became a little bit more spread out. So next thing I'm going to take a look at is for my unordered list, I want to reference the menu itself. And be careful here, because if you put a space in between the unordered list and that hashtag, it's not going to work the way you want it to. So I just want to make them float on the left pane instead of in the center of the web page, and I'm just going to make a margin of 0. And once I do that, like I said before, instead of the web page appearing in the center here, it's going to appear all the way over on the left. So now my list is on the left. Wonderful. But it's still not horizontal, Corey. What are you teaching me this for if it doesn't look good? Well, we're getting there, so hold your horses. And that's what we're going to be addressing right now. So we're going to reference the unordered list, the menu ID, and all the list items associated with that. So we're going to make this float to the left again because we might as well. Padding, we're going to change up a little bit here. It's another layer of the padding. And we're going to change the list style to none to get rid of those circles. And we're going to make a margin for each list item in this item of lists. We'll have an 8 pixel margin to the left, 4 pixels margin to the high, 0 to the right, and 4 pixels towards the bottom. You can manipulate that out however you want. Pretty sure I said that right. Might not have. Whatever. But once I hit refresh, these will now appear horizontally instead of vertically. But you don't really see anything going on inside of those. You don't know where one ends and when the other one begins. So I'm gonna show you how you can change the background color for them a little bit, and that'll be by addressing the A objects, so the actual home, blog, Google, all that jazz. We're gonna display it in a block form, and we're gonna make them float to the left, and we want the height of it to be, we'll say 20 pixels, and then we're gonna want to make sure that the text aligns in the center. That way everything's in the center of those boxes. We'll add a little bit of padding to it, 6 pixels here, 20 pixels here, and 5 pixels there, and 20 pixels there. These are just my settings that I like for it. You can change it however you want. I'm going to change the color of the text inside of it to orange, and the background color of the little blocks that we just created to black. So now that I saved that, once I hit refresh here, there's going to be black boxes with orange text. Woo! Looks good. And then instead of having to do that 1,000 times, you can just take that code and reuse it. And to add more, you just copy, paste, save, and refresh, and that's really it. Copy, paste, save, and refresh. Add an additional item, and it's still functional. It still works. They'll go all the way across the board. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Enjoy. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.